What's up, you guys? Steve here with your stimulus check update, and the push continues to have a fourth stimulus check included in the next relief bill. Now, as many of you guys know, some Democratic leaders are saying, though, that a fourth stimulus check simply is not enough, that we need to have monthly reoccurring stimulus checks coming out throughout the course of the pandemic and even 1 year afterward. And that push continues even today. I'm going to get you guys caught up on the latest, but also, when could we see this happen if it does? Well, we have updates on the arrival times for the relief bill. And as you guys know, it's going to be broken up into two separate pieces, a first part and a second part. And we now have information regarding when Congress is saying they'd like to see both of those get passed. So I'm going to be diving into some articles that just came out today, get you caught up on the latest. And in the meantime, while they're working on the next relief bill, we also have Americans across the nation receiving their third stimulus check and their surprise plus-up stimulus checks. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on that as well. So I'm going to dive right in, get you all the details that's unfolding as of today, April the 10th, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, take a second to smash the like button, leave a comment, and share this video out on social media platforms. Those simple gestures just take a second and they really help out the channel a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And also, if this is your first time here and you're not already a part of the viewing community, why don't you come and join what we like to call the Ram Fam by smashing the subscribe button and turning on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to date on stimulus, unemployment, Congress, the economy, anything having to do with investing or money. Also consider following me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the Patreon group to get exclusive access to me and these articles before they hit YouTube. Get 2 free stocks when you download the Webull app using the link in the description below. And always remember that here on YouTube, whenever I respond to your comments, you're always going to see a gray stripe on my name. Now, if you don't see that, even if it looks like me, it's not me, because unfortunately right now, YouTube has a problem with scammers coming on here trying to pose as YouTube content creators and trying to steal your information. Look, I'll never leave random WhatsApp numbers in the comments, and I'll never ask for your bank account information. I'm here to give you information. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and dive right in and get you the latest information as of today regarding the stimulus. All right, so first let's discuss what's happening right now with the third checks and the surprise plus-up checks, and then we'll discuss what's going to be coming on the way here with the new bill, the arrival times, and the potential for stimulus checks that are likely going to be included. So first up, link in the description below to this article that just came out today that says while some people still wait for the latest stimulus checks, others get plus-up payments. Now it says a third batch of stimulus payments is being delivered to eligible taxpayers across the country. But earlier this week, some people started seeing bonus stimulus payments while others continue to wait. The so-called plus-up payments are a pleasant surprise for people who have already received stimulus money. These recipients are eligible for more money after their 2020 tax returns have been processed. So a lot of people have been asking me, am I eligible for a plus-up? Well, they're going to give us some details right here. It says, according to the IRS, you could get a plus-up payment if you had a decline in your income in 2020 compared to 2019, or you added a new dependent. So essentially, if you missed out on money that you should have got because you had a decline in your income, but previously you weren't eligible, or maybe you had a new baby and you just didn't get all of the money in the first rounds of checks, well, that's what the plus-up check is for. It's making up for what you potentially missed. Now it says, meanwhile, many others are still waiting for their latest stimulus. An important thing to remember is that not all of the payments went out at the same time last month. The U.S. Treasury Department said that about $1,400 payments for Social Security and other federal beneficiaries who do not normally file tax returns were sent out in the past weekend. Now, the majority of those payments were sent electronically and should have been received by April 7th, according to the Treasury Department and the IRS. All checks are expected to be delivered by mid-April, so hopefully very soon if you haven't gotten it yet. If you don't get a check by then, you may want to look into filing your tax returns even if you're not required to. And that's what we're hearing, is that if you've never filed taxes before, you don't need to. You might want to consider it this time because it will help solidify you getting that stimulus check, and by a certain time. Now, to check the status of your latest stimulus payments, go to irs.gov and search in the Get My Payment tool. So hopefully soon, everyone will have received that third round of stimulus payments, and they're saying likely within the next few weeks. But in the meantime, while those are going out, we're hearing about the push from Democratic leaders in Congress to get a fourth stimulus check included in this next relief bill. And here's a look at an article that just came out today, link in the description below if you'd like to read it for yourself, and it says, fourth stimulus check, lawmakers pressure Biden to say yes to more payments. And it says, while millions of Americans are still waiting for that third stimulus check or an extra top-up payment, or I think they mean plus-up, some lawmakers and advocates are pushing for a fourth direct payment and maybe more, as we've heard, monthly reoccurring checks. More than 75 members of Congress say that until the pandemic is over, there should be a regular stimulus check. President Joe Biden is being urged to wrap them into the $2.3 trillion infrastructure spending plan he's now promoting. And just to clarify, that is the first portion of the two bills in this infrastructure package. Now, just a fourth stimulus check could lift more than 7 million people out of poverty, according to an analysis from the Urban-Brookings Tax Policy Center. But those pulling for those checks are facing considerable resistance, and we've heard that there are no Republicans that are going to be supporting this package or another round of checks, saying that we are having mounting debt that's being added to the economy. And if you'd like to see a video I released on that yesterday and the concerns of hyperinflation, be sure to check out this video right here where I covered the latest on that. Now, here's where things stand on whether you'll get another stimmy this year, though. It says millions of Americans are still in financial distress, with about 4 out of 10 saying that their income remains below pre-pandemic levels, according to a recent survey from a credit bureau, TransUnion. Back in January, 56 House Democrats led by Minnesota's Ilhan Omar sent Biden a letter urging him to consider reoccurring stimulus payments. We are experiencing the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, with millions of Americans either unemployed, forced out of the workforce, or facing a decline in hours and wages. And just last week, we saw this tweet come out from Jayapal that reads, in a crisis like this, we need to give struggling people all the support that they need. $2,000 checks every month until this is over. So as you guys can see, the fight for a fourth stimulus check and even monthly reoccurring checks, it continues and rages on. They want to get this included in the next bill. Now, the question is, if it does get included, when is it going to pass? When are we going to see this happen? When is this bill going to likely be coming to fruition and law? Well, we have an update on that as well. Link in the description below to this article that just came out yesterday that reads, Pelosi wants Biden's infrastructure bill done by August. And we're going to be reading here clarification that includes both parts. They want to have both these bills done by August. The article reads that Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Thursday that the Democrats' summer push for infrastructure and jobs legislation will likely be split into two separate bills, with the goal of wrapping up both before Congress's August recess. President Biden's last week introduced the contours of his ambitious infrastructure proposal, which features traditional projects like roads, bridges, and public transit, but he also is vowing additional but non-traditional items under the same infrastructure title, which are expected to include provisions like child care, elderly care, and family tax credits. These things are related. If you're going to build an infrastructure, you have to have workforce development, Pelosi said on Thursday, defending the strategy. And now the article is going to be revealing to us the timeline. So reading on, it says, I think we will have two bills, she told reporters on a press call. We're hoping that we can do, especially infrastructure bill, with bipartisan support. If we have to go to reconciliation, well, that's a lever, but I hope that that's not something that we'll need to do. But Pelosi also laid out a tentative timeline, saying that Peter DeFazio, chairman of the House of Transportation Committee, is poised to pass much of the infrastructure agenda through his panel in May. That, she said, should allow the House to send the package to the Senate by July 4th. So they're hoping to have this ready in the Senate by the 4th of July. But whether that includes the help for families remains to be seen. She said, I would hope that our part in the House would be largely done before the 4th of July. Now, whether the whole package would be done then, well, we just don't know. But as soon as suggested, we want to do it before August break. Now, what is included in this package as of right now? Well, this is what they're currently currently saying is in this proposal. And it does not include checks at the moment, but the push continues to have it in this first bill, and maybe if not this first one, then in the second one. But here it is. We're seeing that there's $620 billion for transportation infrastructure, including repairing bridges, highways, roads, and main streets. There's $111 billion to replace antiquated lead pipes and making drinking water safer. $174 billion for electric vehicle incentives, $213 billion to improve and build affordable housing, and $100 billion to bring back broadband to all of America. And it also says that the bill will also be coupled with a plan to increase corporate tax rates from 21% to 28%, which is the administration says will help pay for the bill after 15 years and reduce the deficit thereafter. So if you're concerned about spending, they're saying that they're going to be increasing taxes to help cover these expenses. And as we noted, currently, no stimulus checks included in the bill. So you guys, that is the latest as of today regarding the stimulus checks and the stimulus package. Know that as more information rolls out, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And once again, if you'd like to get more information about the concerns of inflation, be sure to check out this video right here that I uploaded yesterday, where I cover some of the details and some of the concerns that are unfolding right now. But as we heard, this next package, they're planning on increasing taxes to kind of help offset some of the expenses for that bill. And in addition to that, we've heard that the eviction moratorium has been extended, but there is one state that is saying evictions start now. Now, if you'd like to get the latest on that, be sure to check out this video right here. And there is a lot of concern right now with everything going on in the real estate market. I'll be sure to upload more videos to keep you guys up to date on that as well. And once again, you guys, if you made it this far and you haven't already, be sure to take a second to smash the like button and leave a comment. It helps out the channel. Also, share this video out. Consider joining the group if you're not already subscribed. Follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Hope you have a blessed weekend. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.